425. It is 425. So, yeah, there's a New Jersey story about a guy from Union. He pleaded guilty and is awaiting sentencing, bribing U.S. postal workers to steal credit cards out of the mail so that he could activate them. And then he was, ripping people off, or ripping the credit card companies off. But who's been a victim of any kind of identity theft, credit card theft? And what about, like, a debit card? What happens if anybody ever gets a hold of your debit card info and drains your account? Is there any safeguard there? 1-800-283-101.5.
Joe in Philadelphia. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, up until this year, knock on wood, it was almost like an annual event with me. Every year, at least once a year, my debit card would be frauded, and I'd have to go through the pain of running to my bank and getting another one. Or I didn't want to wait the 7 to 10 business days to get one, so luckily my bank had a thing where you could go there, and then they would issue another one. But I'd have to change all my things that were hooked up my account, and it was just a big headache.
Okay, I've got questions. First of all, the times it happened, do you have any idea how people were getting your information?
Yeah, I tried to go over it and try to think of what it could have been. Sometimes it was on the internet, like I'd be shopping on like a certain site and stuff like that, and it could have been there. One other time, I just kind of traced it back to my last transaction. One of them was I went to this Chinese restaurant and decided to pay with a card instead of cash, and right after that, something happened. So it just, sometimes it's at a gas pump, it's just so random.
Okay, now, when you find out, I'm assuming you find out because your account is either completely, withdrawn or way too low, and somebody's been taking the money out. Do you get that money back from the bank? Is there some protection there, or are you just...
Oh, yeah, definitely, with debit cards. It varies with banks. My last bank, it was like a mom-and-pop place, and I actually got it back to you pretty quick. But this one, almost all the time, it's like, up to 10 days, and they sure take every one of those 10 days to get it back to you.
But you get all of it back?
Yeah, I tried to figure out, obviously they don't tell you what happened or where it could have been, but, they must trace it. We'll just trace it to the place where the packages got shipped to. One time it was charged to Walmart, and I was like, that's stupid, because if they ship it to somebody's address, you just show up at the address and whatever, or, but they never tell me what the outcome is. They just somehow recoup the money. And
and I hate that. Like a time that my credit card was ripped off, I had the information. I knew exactly where this had been stolen. It was the restaurant story I was going to tell earlier.